Hey everybody, I am talking to you from my new apartment I've been in for a couple of months. On my couch again that was in storage. So nice to get my things back in a new apartment. And yeah, it's been quite the little adventure and really a faith building and wonderful serendipity happening experience. So when I was looking for an apartment, again, the market in the New York City area, I'm in New Jersey, it just was a little bit of sticker shock for me coming from where I'd lived before. And I hadn't lived in the New York area where I was renting a place in a while. And so the whole time I was looking, I was concerned about the rent prices. And my intuition kept telling me, get the apartment you want. The universe will provide the money. And that's what's happening. At the same time I was looking for an apartment, I pivoted on my business, where instead of focusing on songwriting, I really started to go full-time as a psychic life coach. I've been a psychic life coach for a long time, but I always did it on the side. And this year I really went full-time, which is going very well. I'm very surprised and glad about the results that have been happening and the expansion of my clientele, and also just the feedback I'm getting, the compliments from clients about how I'm helping them. It's very gratifying and fulfilling, and it's a nice experience to have. And so I've learned about myself that when I find a place to move into, and that first month of me acclimating there, I'm gonna probably be grumpy. And a part of me is looking for negatives and just having a little challenge getting used to the place, and sometimes looking at the negatives instead of the positives. And I just allowed that for the first month. And I had a feeling it would pass like it usually does, and that's what happened. And I live in a really wonderful apartment. Spirit really led me to a wonderful place, and it has a lot of what I wanted in the apartment. And it's on a hill off of like kind of a shopping center highway in Jersey, right by a reservation, which is great for hiking, and I love nature. And I just have so many trees around me, and it's a bird sanctuary right outside my apartment. When I meditate in the morning, it's a symphony of birds. It's wonderful. And there's so much greenery, and I can walk through nice neighborhoods and down a street and go to the shopping center next door if I want to, and be surrounded by nature while I'm walking. And also, even outside my apartment, off the patio is a nice little courtyard, and the neighbors are nice, and it's quiet. And as a spiritual person, I just really appreciate peace and quiet. And wherever I live, I can acclimate certain noises, but sometimes I do need just some quiet. And I found that here. And I really have grown to like this place a lot. So I'm very grateful for all my spirit guides that were guiding me in the process. I have one in particular that I use when I need real estate help or finding a new place to live. And my guides came through, my whole spiritual team on the spiritual plane. I'm so grateful, and they're doing a great job guiding me. And I'm doing a good job listening. And that's one reason why I meditate and sit in silence in the morning, so I can get some messages and hear my own intuition. And so there's been a lot of serendipity, and it's wonderful. And as far as acclimating here, I did a good job. I'm not a big domesticator. I don't have that gene in me. So I'm looking forward to having a girlfriend and partner again who can focus more on interior design or making it the home more homey. I have like enough so I can live, and I'm somewhat comfortable, but I'm sure whoever she is when I meet her will do a better job than me, and I will welcome her help with that. But in the meantime, it's a nice place to live. I have my home office here, and I can do readings and sessions from here. And I also have been expanding in person, handing out business cards, networking, and wherever, if I'm in a coffee shop like I was the other day, I talked to the cashier about having a session, and we did one of those a few days afterwards. Just wherever I'm being called to be of service and help people, I'm available. And I really like the work that I do. And I can still write songs and share them when I want to, which I plan to do. I have some songs I found the other day I forgot about, which is really wonderful to have like little surprises musically of these songs that really I channeled. I don't know where they come from. The muses give them to me. So here I am, 2026, and I'm in a new place. My business is going well. And it's an adventure. It really is the kind of thing where with the business, it's month to month and seeing the income that comes in, and also just have faith. And that's one thing I really wanted to share today. Just going from having blind faith and trusting Spirit that I would get what I need and I would be guided and the money would come to pay for it. And that's what's happening. And so this blind faith has turned into trust and really trusting the universe. And that doesn't come easy for me. You know, I'm a friendly, personable guy, but as far as really trusting people, I need to see evidence of that and feel that I'm safe enough to trust people and I can be vulnerable. And I feel that way about Spirit. There are times where I love Spirit and I trust Spirit, and over the years, I've seen enough evidence from Spirit that I can trust the universe. And then there are other times, like this particular move, where it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have a lot going on. And it was an emotional move. Moving single, moving alone, triggered a lot out of me. And I processed that and got support, which I'm grateful for. Brothers and sisters in my life who know my history and know that eventually I'd like to be in a relationship again, but right now I'm not. And there are certain things that I do alone and I feel by myself or very single sometimes. And so I was able to work through that and also be proud of myself, just the way I'm taking care of myself and through the move and acclimating. And so as far as Spirit, it's the thing where I try not to let my history of feeling like I was doing life alone before I had a spiritual way of life. I try not let that get in the way of my relationship with Spirit now. And again, I know Spirit loves me. I know Spirit loves you and cares about you as much as Spirit cares about me. I know the universe is guiding all of us. And there's a little bit of the universe inside all of us because that's where we come from. That's where we're going back to. And so I'm grateful I can listen to my intuition and just, again, trust. It's a nice feeling to know that I can trust Spirit. I can trust Spirit and trust the universe and trust the path I'm on and trust the calling that I'm answering to be of service in this way and to live this way of life. And I know eventually love will find me again, and I will meet a woman who's a great, wonderful partner. And I know that she's probably going through some of the growing pains and some of the comfortability and solitude that I am going through and experiencing. And so all is well today in the K household. I have an expression after a good day. I say, it was a good day for the K household. And today is a good day for the K household. Take care. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment. I'd like to hear about you and maybe some serendipity that's happening for you, or maybe some blind faith that turned into trust for you, or anything you want to share about anything I shared. Take care, y'all.